with, then he should be good here. It's hard for this lineup specifically. A Hoodwink is more of a follow-up. It really would have to be the Mars gunning for the Leshrac if you want to actually start taking him down targeted. So I feel like Young Ji could have a very good chance at directing this game, picking his targets, blinking in on top of supports and forcing responses.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, it is early in the
Ugh.
morning. But that's also a weight on his shoulders because if he does not have a game, then the Terrorblade is basically free. We talked before about how he's absolutely unimpressed with the minus armor. And the one answer that they've got for that is the Lesh. If the Lesh does not have a game, the Terrorblade is home free.
Yeah, I do feel like Lesh and Snap do have to target this TB when they have the opportunity to do so. But there's a scary amount of control, and Warlock is going to be public enemy #1. So if you think about the role Kasane is in, me and I actually did ping this in did ping Snare not too long ago about us talking with Kasane when he was playing with TSM offlane role. He was the guy who played a lot of micro heroes in the offlane. Kasane Lycan, most importantly, was the one that we kept watching, and also his Beastmaster. Just like, how the hell does this guy farm
Yeah,
so
the
damn
Son of
fast?
Beastmaster.
Yeah, those were the ones we were watching, and now he's like, well, I've gone to pause 5. I'm still a youngster. I've got to get to play with all these star players in my team, and I hope that I can deliver. I'm just a puny warlock, but I can do big things in this game too. There's a lot of purges that you can build on Nemiga versus Fatal Bonds, BKBs against the Porridge Slow, and also heroes that can just walk away from the Mars Arena. I would
The
actually like
BKBs
to see
are.
the Yules build on SSS in that sense, instead of just going for Blink Arenas.
Yeah, you want him to be more of the targeted
Oh,
setup and the big jump.
I want him to exist and assist.
Well, you certainly got a lot of damage and follow-up coming out of your support, so I wouldn't mind that either. And with a Leshrac TA, yeah, but I mean, all 3 cores on the Nemiga side are going to be making moves on you, which is also one of those arguments that I always make for, hey, you can skip that blink. They will be coming to you. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. At the meta right now, as a Mars, it complements you actually going into the Yules build above the Blink. We'll see how long that trend is going to stick. Because we see these builds go back to the point where, like, oh, we didn't expect the Mars didn't go Yules this game. Oh, he has a Blink at 10 minutes. What are we going to do? Because these shifts happen all the time. It's like, now they figure Yules is better, but you can always justify Blink being a great item on a Mars. And then suddenly he just doesn't build the Yules anymore, and everybody's just bamboozled by the fact that he doesn't follow the straight up meta. And then somehow you're surprised that his second go-to item build is coming out first. I do have to say, this Sapphire's Courier is really giving me the creeps.
Wait, which one does he have?
It's the one at the Radiant Tier 3 tower right now in the top lane, going back to base. It's the pumpkin with spider legs. It's like, ugh.
Ah, yes.
Halloween is my favorite time of the year, but this one is giving me the creeps.
You have some arachnophobia.
A slight, yeah. Not like major. I mean, because I do like playing Broodmother. When I used to be an offlaner.
I used to be
Still,
a broodmother like you.
Everyone else is enjoying the laning stage except for Kova's 9. You're playing against into a level 2 Metamorph TB with Fatal Bonds on the creep wave, and Slardar has 4 last hits. So Snap had to do the job of pulling the creep wave so that he can at least get to level 3, get a little piece of farm. But the Slardar is getting nothing out of the lane itself.
No, and unlike the Beastmaster that we've been seeing, you're not going to be able to just farm your way back in through stacks in your triangle here. So this creep wave pull might have to be repeated a couple more times. Exus Vampire got another load. It's going to deliver them right to Kova's 9. Yeah, he's on the struggle bus. Look at look at Monkushi. He's like, you're never going to get an uncontested creep here unless you bring him all the
Yep.
way back behind the tower.
Exactly, yeah. He's gonna hit this level 3, but this is really showing the weakness of Slardar in the laning stage, how useless the hero really is. Because you're a melee and you have Bash of the Deep as your trading ability, that already spells trouble. Because you're playing up against 12 armor on the Terrorblade, and you're never going to get to hit the Warlock. Kasane makes sure that he always positions himself so that he will get the bonds above a Slardar right. Support battle in bottom, Sweden strong, looking for the commitment onto the Ringmaster, and there we have it. First blood for the Hoodwink.
A nice combination there. And really nothing Bashika could do in a lane like this.
I probably should have brought this up, but like TA lane starts to work at +3 levels. Slardar, maybe even more levels than 3. So you have chosen 2 side lanes that are not so great. Oh, top lane, they're going to try and kill the Terrorblade under the tower. Munkushi fighting versus XS Vampire with the help of the tower. The bonds are coming in. Munkushi will drop. Provis 9 will find a kill for himself. Very important trade here for the Slardar. He'll take this any day.
Yeah, it takes so long to break down the Terrorblade there. If he doesn't have a badge, Provis 9 basically deals no damage to him. That was rough. But with the level 4, he does now have the sprint, and that is indeed where he's actually going to get the options to go in and out of this lane as opposed to being bound to whatever they allow him to do.
Oh, he just got the helm delivered on the courier, so he'll now have a source of regen. Towards the Dominator we go. How many dummies are we getting? So that's one single dummy. Okay. I don't see a single
We're
one
below
on the
average.
other heroes. We are. And 3 versus 1 in mid. Squadix. Nice dodge there on the Scatter Blast. We'll get hit by Tame the Beasts and Young G loading up. Are they glyphing this creep? Wait, no, they don't actually even have a glyph available, so they have no way to deal with it. But Squadix got the kill first on Young G, and Lesh with the post-mortem Diabolic Edict. Bushwhack is also ready in 1 second. Sweden Strong is probably just going to wait. Vaindane throwing the dagger on a melee creep. The Beast comes out. Now he's got no defensive tools remaining, except for the Whoopee Cushion. But, you know, Sweden Strong, he's smart enough not to throw that Bushwhack into the void. He'll just right-click him down.
That is 3 charges on the Black Grimoire. Kasane is going to be rubbing his hands together.
Oh, yeah. You could maybe drop the book usage, get that level 6. Unless you get unlucky like in TI. So an example we very vividly remember from our Finnish casting was where is Toby going and why is Toby here? Like he found in some very interesting positions as a Warlock. It's like, you shouldn't be there. There was a situation where he was level 5. There was a 3 versus 3 about to start in the mid lane. He ate the book. And he needed like 100 XP to hit level 6, so they had to call off the gank entirely. And it's like, oh, boys, I hit the book, but I didn't get my ulti. And the guy's like, okay, back off.
Math's hard, man. Stay in school, kids.
Yeah. And that is a bit of a bummer, right? Because you wanted to use that to kill the enemy mid and maybe 2 supports. Then you maybe get a tower with the golem and you get a huge injection of money. And now this opportunity just fades away completely because we didn't have enough XP. We just ate. So now Kasane having 3 charges on the Black Grimoire. If he is level 5, he'll guarantee level 6 for himself.
Yep. Going
Won't have
back
it now
in
if
on the
he's
Terrorblade.
Yep, battling out on Munkushi, trying to slow him down. Provis 9, heavy commitment, but then again the Fatal Bonds are at work. Doesn't work on the Ringmaster or the Snap, so it's just on the Slardar himself. So good trade for Nemiga. Also happy to leave that TA solo farming in bottom, who is currently on top of net worth, on top of CS.
Flying in the Asha, I believe.
8-minute rune is bottom. So Arcane for SF.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Young G, meanwhile, taking his stack, and I will be watching to see if he's going to make a rotation to top at some point. Of course, the fact that he didn't get a rune here means that that would be at 10 minutes at the earliest, and he got Squadix to deal with on his tower now.
3 versus 3. Mars is here. SSS revealed, but doesn't get Nemiga to commit under the tower to drop that arena. That could have been a perfect opportunity to drop that Arcane Requiem. And Kasane has been forced to move back and forth the whole time. He has not picked up a single piece of experience for an entire 1.5 minutes now. Babysitting duty.
Just popped over into level 5 right now.
Alright, so that book's worth 600. He will be at 621 currently. So he needs like... Okay, there we go. Now he's got the XP. He only needs to eat the book. So we're going to set up on a gank on bottom. And if they can catch the TA with it, perfect. There we go. Books have been eaten. Golem is available. They're going in for this.
The question is, are they actually going to be able to catch Bashka? We've seen Bashka out of position before, but
it's a good read
in
from
later
Nemiga.
game scenarios.
TA though, he's greeding this up a bit too much. SSS under the tower like this. Bushwhack connects. Kasane is coming in. There's the arena. Golem dropped on top, and that will take Bashka down.
Close. He was undoubtedly aware that this was coming. He just thought he could get away with it. What can you do? At least it's 2 ults dropped for you. A little bit of breathing space on the other lanes. Especially your Slardar got a bunch of the heat taken off his back, so he's actually caught back up with the Mars. That ain't half bad.
Yeah, this is what you do with a golem. You hit level 6, you get a kill, you get a tower.
Youngji got the rune, but it's an illusion. I don't think we're going to see him rotate for the TB with that.
Nah, I don't think so. Illusion is a good saving tool, but you want to play aggressive. You don't really want saves for that. Opposite of aggression.
So instead, no aggression towards the TB. Instead, the TB is bringing the party to you. And they don't have anything to def this with. They don't have big ults to throw except maybe for the Snapfire. She's not 6 yet. Teetering on the edge. So all you can do is take that top tower with the Dominator creep instead. And your mid tower needs to be left in the dust.
There we go. That's another objective taken. Mars is opting to go for the blink this game, so considering how things are going, their farm is pretty good on all of their heroes. I think it's a good way to look at it. You don't have to wait for your Yules, make your team fight a bit harder, waiting for the Mars to show up. I think the quickness element and the cast range and on all of these heroes, it's a smart choice to just go straight for the blink instead.
Yeah, and I think this is the vibe as this game is alright, because Nemiga hasn't really done anything yet. The Slardar's had to recover. He's still quite a ways away from his own Blink Dagger, so that story that I was spinning earlier on, like, oh, they're gonna come for you, that's not happening. Youngji, he will be buying the Blink Dagger sometime soon, but he is so fragile.
I think we're basically at a point in this game where the aggression from these last few minutes is paid off for one win that they can just farm on their side of the map and be very happy because they know that their opponent has been slowed down. Lesh is only now getting to his Blink Dagger. So during these, let's say Lesh, if he had a better lane, he would have had this Blink maybe 2 minutes ago. They would have been able to pressure those towers. It would have maybe forced them to change their itemization on one win because they got to play defensive and try to protect objectives. But now that they got to play aggressive first and open up the map, they could just fall back on their side, farm up this TB, farm up this SF. You're going to want to get like Kaya Yasha before SF wants to do anything. And if
here's
it's possible, dodge until the BKBs, and Sweden Strong will be caught here with that blink reveal indeed.
So this is something that I wanted to bring up. One thing that I don't necessarily like about the way that wow, completely forgot the team name. That the Dire are going about this one win,
yeah,
is that they didn't manage to leave any vision presence in the bot jungle. after they've successfully taken down the mid and bot tower, they colonize that jungle for a little bit. But if you want to go to Blink on the Mars, you do want to have vision to actually find heroes there with as well. Now, the one vision that they do have is here over on the side where they're watching Bashka's courier come in. So this is the only kill that you set yourself up for. But you are not colonizing that jungle, and Youngji just claimed it back with that kill.
Oh, Exodus Vampire might die here. Taking a huge amount of damage. They even pop the Metamorph because they want to get that one right click, which is needed for the kill. Worth it. Yeah, I think a question I do want to ask while we are setting up for the 14-minute Wisdom Rune, I'll get to that in just a second. Kovis 9 on the low ground. SSS Sweden Strong already here. They pop in vision of the Watcher, so he backs away. They will lose this XP. So what I wanted to ask you is, when we talk about how many lanes do you want to play as a lineup, what is the usual time or time window when you start to consider we should only play 2 lanes above 3? Because there are situations where we play 3 lanes, we are wasting a lot of time and we're not getting anything done.
Usually it really depends on how many towers you have left. Because your towers are your teleport points. They are points of fast movement where you can bring somebody in and they will turn the waves naturally as well. So usually you leave the lane where you don't have a tower sitting anymore. And you take the other 2. Because that is ideally the outcome of the transition phase, is the enemy loses 2 towers and you lose only 1. That's the best way to, or the most usual way that you come out winning in the transition. And then you play on the 2 lanes where you have outer towers remaining.
Meanwhile, Ringmaster steals the XP. Squadex. Not gonna name this rune, but this Ringmaster is pretty hard to catch, so it's just gonna be some Ray spamming, some right-clicking. Very quick tame the beast, so I think Ringmaster with this box ain't gonna do a whole lot, so that's a freebie for Squadex. But yeah, back to that tower conversation. They found Bashka too. Okay, that's the real prize. That's the real prize.
They've had to wait for a while.
So if you still have majority of the towers up, you still want to play many lanes. But if you lost a couple towers, you'll probably diminish the amount of lanes you want to play. But wouldn't the opponent do the same thing? We have less towers. We want to focus on one lane, always be pushed out. If we can't cut the 2 others.
It depends on if you think you can take the team fights or not, right? If you can take the fights, you make use of the fact that they're going to be grouped. If you can't take the fights, you're going to have to split. And then the question is your lineup built to split? Do we have a Puck? Do we have a Nature's Prophet? Or are we just going to be hiding in the jungle and hoping that they can't find us, which is a better strat these days than it used to be.
True. It's a lot better now, especially with the size of the map increased and all.
Oh, we got DD. We got 80 on our Youngji. This might be an opportunity for Nemiga to make something happen.
We're trying to take over this bottom area. Kasane, Squadex. Better run for it. Kovis 9 is coming in hot, and he's found them both. They tried to hit a TA trap, and Squadex will get the Requiem off, and Slardar dies first. Can SFTP away? Oh, the Tame the Beast hits him right in the back. Dagger also lands on him, and they'll follow it up with another Scatter Blast from Exodus Vampire. Will be a 2-for-1 trade. Bashka will also pick up a kill for himself with that.
And I'm just watching Youngji back off again with that AD going. He's really gotten to do nothing yet this game. Well, farms fast. Here on the top side, Kovis 9's gonna have to sweep this wave, and this is so risky.
He pays off for bringing in that Terrorblade. Big damage dealer onto that Slardar. Kovis 9 just dying back to back. He literally just TP'd here and instantly ends up in a Mars Spear. Youngji, AD rune already spent in that bottom fight. You want to, but it's Bashka getting caught first. Oh dear. Well, there goes your team fight, Pips. Ain't gonna do much if your carry's gone.
Absolutely
Needed another half a second to get another refraction off, and Exodus Vampire was thinking maybe he'll be able to get it. He can continue fighting, but no such luck. There goes your Snap 2. 3 heroes dead, a tier 2 tower, freely given.
Basically unforced. This is sort of the naivete that we were talking about, right? Because they're coming at this fight from 3 different angles, and the moment that the snap is at the secret shop, your Lesh is up on the left, your TA is up on the right, you gotta jump somebody. That is the moment, because 1 second later, the Warlock steps up the high ground, plants that ward in the triangle area, the TA is spotted, and instead of coming at everybody from 3 different angles, you are now split up because you didn't make the jump, and you get peeled apart like an onion. It's at this level, sometimes that is just the difference. The enemy team is just a second faster than you. You don't have a time to think about it. They've
Well,
already anticipated.
they saw Kovas 9 running down this bot lane, so they're going to run into maybe the Lesh and the Slardar. And the whole team of OneWin is moving towards that bottom tier 2 tower. That cheeky deep ward by Kasane. I see the Lesh run past it right now. They know where he is. There's the pings coming in. Do they spot the Slardar too?
If you do the math, you know the Slardar was still there. Now everybody's out. You get a Croaker.
Good sentry drop there. That's going to reveal that ward.
Don't seem overly eager to go take care of it just yet, which I think is the correct attitude.
It is. I think Nemiga's also thinking like Tormentor should be happening soon. Yeah, 15 seconds on the clock. It's going to spawn in top. So they're going to secure that Tormentor for themselves. Six's Vampire did try to ward in deep. Just activated
Everybody
a Watcher.
came through the portal.
And he runs into Munkushi a bit too early without his team being here in time. But there goes your Mortimer's Kisses, which was probably your best tool to contest that Tormentor. So another win for OneWin.
Yeah, simply by being in position already. They didn't have to do a jump for that, they just had to sit around the Tormentor and wait.
Arena Spear on Kovas 9. Squadex will follow up. He does get caught into the Ringmaster ulti. Young G with a chance to turn and blows up both of them. That's a good read. That's a very good ulti from the Ringmaster. Catching both of them after the initial engagement, saving their Slardar, getting 2 kills. There's some light at the end of the tunnel.
Finally, one win over Blazerhand and said, yeah, this is what I was waiting for. There's a Desolator on that TA. You have enough damage here to take down that Roche, but will they ever get the opportunity? Now's the best one they're going to get.
Wink.
Mars down, SF down.
I'm looking for a spot to drop that ward. He will see the Hoodwink.
And there's a Golem.
Sharpshooter flying into the pit, doesn't connect on anything. Golem is there as well. Kasane dropping in the Fatal Bonds. Roshan kill, goes for the Radiant, and Age is picked up by Bashka, but he might lose it right away if Munkushi is only able to get into range. Refraction is there, and there's no way to prevent this TA from blinking anymore.
Just a little close for comfort, but they pull it off.
Small wins, we'll take them.
Oh, absolutely. And a little tip. Okay, okay. These guys have some fight left in them. Love seeing that.
That was a friendly tip, at least.
Yeah.
Could have been an aggressive one, like we saw yesterday. We had a lot of aggressive tipping going on. At least now it's more about the team spirit, above the banter spirit.
Exactly. That said, we are looking at a pretty darn big Terrorblade here. I don't see any way for them to def this tower yet still, and in fact the mid tower should probably also be taken by OneWin still. It's very hard for me to see a scenario where Nemiga can force an advantage out of that Aegis. This is probably the best use. They're currently forcing that glyph mid. They got the boys.
They are getting surrounded.
On the tower, yeah.
An assassin behind the assassin. Nice lineup for SSS. Even if he doesn't catch Bashka, he'll catch X's Vampire with that spear. He was looking for both of them with that shard. At least it guarantees one hero being caught.
Yeah. Well, look at this squad of assassins sitting around their vision. They would love to get sweet and strong.
Maybe they do.
Yet.
Okay, Cyblade spill, miss, Rod of Atos. Oh, Ringmaster ulti might be enough damage to kill the Hoodwink. Oh, there we go. The dagger is the one that ends up, the Impalement Art's tick damage is enough to kill him.
Alright, tip that man again, he's a player.
He can't forget that Wheel of Wonder does have explosion damage, and it does 450 magical at rank 2.
Pretty serious.
That is some serious damage on heroes like Warlock and Hoodwink.
Yep. And it also didn't cost them their ward yet. I got a feeling that Kasana's got something to say about that, though. Yeah, they're the ward. No! Oh, Kovis 9 flubs the jump. Well, maybe that saves his life here. I think he would have gone in on Kasane. That would have been a swift death to him.
Yeah, very true.
But that's the aggro vision gone now.
Yeah, the only vision that they have is at the secret shop. Bottom Roshan pit area. That's about it. It's a very edged ward too. Go with those trees cut down, at least it shows a bit deeper. It is blocking the camp though, so it should be an obvious indicator for any support running past that this camp is not spawning. Nobody's been farming it. But it is a bit of a rough moment for OneWin too, because they'd like to play more aggressive on the map. As you can see, they're killing this Ringmaster here. But there's no easy avenue towards Nemiga's base currently, because there's one, no desirable object. Two, a desirable objective. Number two, this Roshan's still dead for at least 4.5 minutes. And there isn't a big item coming into anyone's inventory anytime soon. So unless Nemiga hands themselves out to OneWin for them to massacre them, that would be the only way OneWin could currently do something in the next 5 minutes. So I'd suspect that there's nothing really to play for on the map.
No, I agree, and I don't think OneWin wants to do anything. Right now we're getting this this 4-staff in on Sweet and Strong, for example. There's Blink BKBs on both the SF as well as the Mars. We are currently in the Skadi waiting room. And this game, like, the base starts falling when Monkushi says it starts falling. And up until that point, it is really just Nemiga's task to stop them, to do something, to get this Leshrac in the game. We've seen one move from Squadix.
Squadix. We should get some mass TPs coming in this way already. They should be joining in. They're all running from that top jungle towards mid. Saw Axis Vampire. They see TA. They see Slardar now too. There was one. Okay, they didn't have all TPs up. Mars and Hoodwink had theirs on cooldown, so they couldn't just TP the whole team to take a fight there. Under their vision. There's a lane ward placed down freshly by the Ringmaster in the mid lane, which they probably could have used to fight with. And Kasana's queued up a gem, so the map's gonna go really dark here in the next few minutes for Nemiga. Gotta stock up on those wards. Or just kill Kasane. It's not an easy job. He's died once.
Yeah. And Nemiga have not been the ones making the jump in general. Kasana has barely even been on the same screen as the fights most of the game. So instead, Nemiga all spread out again. Kobe's 9 is also itching to do something. He's got a fresh BKB as well.
I mean, they should, and they kind of must. They have to fight right now when there's a weakness in OneWin. Sweet and Strong is already down. Arena placed down aside of the Wheel of Wonder. Squadix will drop too. Young G and Bashka getting to work. Triple S gonna have to run away from this Leshrac. This Spear will not do anything. The Bonk will not do anything either. Mars is just not using his Bulwark on his disengagement, so TA hits for full damage onto that Mars. That's a good read from Nemiga. This is where you really wanted to do something, and that desperation play a minute ago or 2 minutes ago down in the mid lane was like, well, we didn't find anything now, but we have to try again, because the Dire side is currently unable to make a play until they finish those next items. We talked about the Skadi waiting room.
Yeah, waiting room. I mean, not gonna say that it's currently on fire, but definitely some some casualties wheeling in. This is exactly what the TA needed. Gets the BKB off in time. And the devastating response.
Nice catch from Sweet and Strong. 9 HP Ringmaster, blood grenaded up. I love to see a 30-minute apple being thrown at you.
It's great, isn't it?
It is, and it's so underrated.
Yeah,
It's still extra
slots.
HP. It's 50
Yeah, no,
damage
true.
when you use it. It's a 15% slow. You got a slot,
Blink
why
cancel. Yeah, no, but that is the question, right? Do you have the slot for it? If you have an open slot, I say you should be having the blood grenade there. But if you don't, maybe don't try to make the space for it. That sounds a little silly.
not? Even Slardar could do it, you know? You got an Iron Branch as your 6th item.
Yeah, no, that should that should absolutely. I agree.
Don't get me wrong, Branch is a great item, but I really like even the late game apples being thrown in. Alright, let's see. Excess Vampire, Corvus 9 might just run into the Hoodwink. The Edge of Vision, checking if Roche is alive.
Oh, but I don't want to bite.
It's almost a max spawn Roshan. That's gonna take a while. This Vampire, oh my goodness, sweet and strong. Max cast range bushwhacks, and he's been landing them over and over again. Some really,
Kasane,
really good gameplay.
Ran into Corvus 9. Nearly got ended. Bashka level 20.
They are under
40
vision.
extra refraction damage. Hits like a truck.
There goes the ward, at least. They were under vision the whole time. Nemiga was hoping that they would just overstep. Maybe split a bit, even if they had the Snapfire dead.
And the 7k lead has been cut to only 3. Nemiga has been doing a good job these last couple of minutes. But the waiting room is over. Scotty is here. One win marches to war. Nemiga is just immediately, yep, hold hands in base, guys.
Yep.
They know it's Scotty o'clock.
Radiant are scanning.
Gotta weather the storm at this point. If they can win a fight versus that Scotty timing, it'd probably do good for their confidence. Still have this Daedalus about to be finished on Bashka, which I think is going to be the biggest item that they can currently get. Maybe let's try to use up something like a Hex next.
Perhaps
And even if not Hex, maybe an Axe just for the Nihilism versus TV. You know how big of a damage source this hero is when there's a Fatal Bonds on the dire side.
Yep. I would love to see the Nihilism myself.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Really lucky that this is such a late Roche spawn.
Radiant are scanning.
Still 30 seconds on the clock for Roche to spawn. Nemiga will know about that as well, so they're already pushing in top, but they have mid coming into their tier 2. There's a big wave in bottom that needs to be defended.
Radiant's middle tower.
They have barely any tools to do that with.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, you got a high ground shard for Lesh. Now
Yeah,
it's smoke
not bad.
time. 5 seconds for Roche to spawn. One win is already suspecting Roche is probably up. Nemiga know Roshan is up, so smoke and go.
This fucking creep wave in bot is delaying them so much.
Freedom strong, very good position for the Hoodwink to be in. They have full vision of this area. Honestly, I think the best course of action would be wrap around from the top side and behind, but we're going directly at them. Straight at them. Corvus 9 already stunned up, and he's almost dead on this Slardar. EKB boxed up by the Ringmaster and burning them up. With that Mortimer's Kisses, Young G's BKB has almost run its full course. That's a waste. Shamefully wasted there by the Leshrac. Couldn't find an opening because One Wind was just running away. They managed to kite it without even actually having to kite it. They'll defend the area. Sweet and Strong buying back is enough to push Nemiga back. Still got
Nemiga
TA's
only...
BKB. Free smoke and go.
That is their one tool. And this this Metamorphosis nearly run its course.
Roche is falling.
If you catch him on the back end.
This is what I wanted them to do originally, just go straight at the back, but Roche is down. Items on the floor. And SF targeted
Missed a
right
low.
away. The deleting damage is going to be enough with Vashka. With the help of Kovis9, the minus armor does its work. But there's still the Terror Blade with Demon Zeal, and they're trying to chase a Mars. Very good bushwhack there from Sweden Strong, catching the Lesh and the Slardar. And this Fail Bonds is still doing work. Again, Hoodwink repositioning for another fight location. Kovis9 spotted. Can he catch him with the bushwhack? Yes, he can. And that's in trouble. Stardart down, TA gone. And Sweden Strong's Hoodwink is too strong to deal with. Munkushi for the double, looking for the triple off a Feign name and pushing the Ringmaster away. And XS Vampire also gone as the Mars will finish his life. TB doesn't look like he's catching the Ringmaster, but they will win this fight. But man, this Sweden Strong Hoodwink is winning them this game.
That's incredible. His positioning throughout the entire, and that was a several minutes long engagement. He was in the perfect place every single time. First, making it impossible for them to go up that high ground without overcommitting. Buyback, guaranteeing them the Roche. Then from that high ground, 2 incredible double bushwhacks.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But yeah, the
Can't ask for more.
inexperience is showing from Nemiga. Players like Kovis9 that we saw this previously from Bashka yesterday. But Kovis9 as well, like we're still diving and chasing and they're already at their tier 2 tower. By the time you turn around, your opponent realizes, hey, they're backing out, we can actually go in. Because they realize they've gone too deep. It's a very long Wheel of Wonder as well, but Slardar caught. There goes Kovis9.
And he has such a hard job this game, though. He needs to be the one going. Neither of his other heroes want to do that. His cores, they want to all follow up. Everybody wants to follow up. So they're all sitting there with their hands in their pockets going, well, fish, well, when are you going to jump? When are you gonna create this fight for us? When are you going to lay down your life?
I mean, it is true, right? Like, he is the vision provider, so if he finds somebody, he will get Lesh and TA with him. But they will not come if this Slardar hasn't spotted anybody. Munkushi, Aegis down,
Splat.
Metamorph is out. Still has Sunder, though. SSS has to back away. That Diabolic Edict is doing work. Young picked up that level 20 facet, that level 20 talent, so it's hitting 2 targets now. You can blow up 2 simultaneous targets with that Diabolic Edict. Got the Aegis out. They'll defend their base a bit longer, even though it is a mid lane down and a tier 3 slightly damaged.
And they hold for now.
But holding on. They haven't been able to play this game if we exclude that small window that they had where TB's waiting for Scotty and they're backing away on their side of the map because they have no further objective to take for the next few minutes and they don't have an item coming up. That's when Nemiga was supposed to play aggressive, and they did, and they got something out of it. But when you think about it, that's really the only window they've had this entire game, and that lasted for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. It's not a lot of time to win the game.
No, absolutely not. And it's down to 2 things, right? We've already discussed that it's because you're waiting for this Slardar to find an opportunity, and he's also your only vision giver. But that combines with the other thing, where I think that One Win has been playing a phenomenal vision game in the warding and dewarding department. Sure, they didn't hold on to that bot area of the map initially, but especially dewarding-wise, they've always immediately read where Nemiga was going, figured out where their wards were because of that. And therefore, Nemiga's offensive wards have had a very short lifetime duration during this game. Like, most of the time, those heroes show up somewhere, One Win backs off. As soon as Nemiga leaves the area again, Kasana wanders in with a gem or with some sentries, and the vision is gone. And you never get that opportunity again on Nemiga. So they need to hit every single time when it's only the Slardar that gets to make those jumps because of the vision game as well. It's been so hard for them to find anything.
Dame, dangerous position to be in. We'll drop the illusion on House Mirror there as he tries to go for a D ward.
Slardar now quite close to finishing up the Aghanim Scepter, which is going to be a really big boon in defending high ground, especially. And I imagine that he would probably rather buy out for that than save for buyback, but it's a tough choice.
Did you did anybody mention you about player name pronunciations? Because I noticed somebody was picking up on the way Nemiga's carry is being pronounced, and I always like, because the way I would read it in Finnish is just Bashka. Because it's ah, not ah or eh or whatever.
Yes.
It's just ba. Ba.
In Dutch would be as well. So maybe it's down to the
It's really easy to say just Bashka instead of Bashka, you know, like American.
yeah, because it is supposed to be Bashka.
I guess it is Bashka, but then it's like, but he's from East Europe and not America, so it's Bashka.
A little
So
bash.
it's really hard to say. That's how it works. Munkushi is down to 1300 and waiting for the BKBs to run out until he can sunder a target, but all of this fighting inside this arena and no one dying. Nemiga's shock and awe tactics have failed. And Young G will lose his life alongside Kovis9. A lane lost, and the game most likely with it.
That was the last hurrah. Simply cannot deal enough damage anymore. The fact that Triple S gets to stand there in his arena. Support's never even in threat because you only have a single point of initiation, not double. You can't put another Age of Engagement over the top here. Last try. Desperately
just
throwing
might
their supports.
They're fighting without their big teamfight abilities, but they have that raw damage to replace, and that's going to be GG. One win, you could say an expected result in the pre-studio setup here, but looking at how this game went, I will kind of bring up that storyline again, that Nemiga only had a couple minutes window of... All right, welcome back, folks. We're here with a little bit of an announcement. As we were heading over into game number 2, waiting for the lobby to launch, we've just been given information that due to overlapping schedules, we finally actually get to make this announcement because I was just expecting this to happen at some point because we have 3 qualifiers overlapping each other's during this week. Nemiga is unable to continue their tournament run and play because they have an overlapping tournament happening at the same time with the Blast Slam Open qualifier, where they're playing versus Passion UA right now. So they have decided to forfeit the series, which means that One Win will take a 2-0 victory in this series, and we'll be seeing them later on versus 4 Pirates. So that being the announcement there, our next series is scheduled to start in almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 51 minutes to be exact from this moment of announcement. So One Win versus 4 Pirates at that time. So I would suggest maybe take this time to head over to ESL Dota2 Earth for Inner Circle versus Yellow Submarine, which is the other ongoing East European lower bracket round 1 match, of which the winner is going to be playing versus Kalamachata in the second round of the lower bracket. Which is also going to be planned to start at 16 EST, 15 Central European summertime. So, from me and Kips, maybe you could quickly talk about One Win going into this 4 Pirates matchup. Just a quick teaser of what we might be expecting.
Just a quick teaser. Well, One Win just got confronted with a team that's looking for kills and didn't find them, but 4 Pirates actually did a pretty darn good job finding all those kills they were looking for yesterday, turning a series versus Yellow Submarine around, where Yellow Submarine definitely played the more passive side, and because of that left all the initiative to 4 Pirates. So One Win might not get away with strategies like the Terrorblade waiting room this time around. Might just be a close one. Let's see.
Let's see how that one unfolds. The next game on our stream will be One Win versus 4 Pirates at 15 CEST. We'll see you guys. We'll have to take a long break on this one, so do encourage you to head over to ESL_Dota2 Earth for the other East European series. We'll see you guys later for the next lower bracket round here on the B stream. See you guys then.